Hello. Hello, everybody. Let me just make sure that we are live, and we are. Beautiful. Hello. It's your girl, Michelle Keinan. I'm also known as the Satisfied Wife. Welcome. Welcome to Wifey Wednesday, where if you're just tuning in, I'm in the bath. There's a very good reason why I'm in the bath, which I'm going to share with you in this video, which is today on something that I'm so excited to talk about, which is how to be a fucking Vagenius in your life. And if you're popping on live, say hello. Let me know that you're here. If you're also in the bath, let me know. And if you're watching the replay, don't forget to do hashtag replay so that I know that you're here. Ask me any questions. I'm celebrating today. I'm celebrating because I am in one of my most successful launches ever for my Turn On Your Vagenius 21-day pleasure activation journey. That's not what this video is about, okay? This isn't a promo video for my program, although if you do want to join, we start our first calls today at 4, so you can shoot me a DM to get the link. But I have 43 women signed up for this incredible pleasure activation journey. Women just like you and just like me that work hard, that have really big dreams and goals, that are doing the thing every day, right? That have families, that are in relationships, that have businesses, that are climbing the corporate ladder, and we're making all of our dreams come true. But at the same time, while we're ticking off all of the boxes, a lot of women aren't having the actual experience that they want in their lives. You're not feeling the way that you want to feel. Like you're a goal getter, right? And you're checking off, right? You're having your launches, you're making that revenue, you have the lifestyle, the vacations, the clothes, the body. But there seems to feel like it always feels like there's a hole that isn't being full, and a metaphorical hole. We'll talk about that other hole another time if you want to. And I totally get it, because for so long, and not even in the way back, even recently, the more that I expand and grow, that hole, it feels like it'll never be full, right? It feels like no matter what we do, if we do the right thing, if we, make sure that all of our goals happen, if we work really hard, if we're good, if we are good girls, good wives, good employees, good bosses, we're doing those things and we're getting the rewards, but it doesn't land. It doesn't feel the way that we want it to feel. And a lot of us feeling frustrated, right? A lot of you might feel frustrated that you're doing the right things and maybe you're seeing some results, but why doesn't it feel the way that you want it to feel? Okay, now if this is you, there's no shame, okay? I have been there multiple times in my life, right? So before I owned my own business, I was a co-founder of a wellness business with my husband, right? Me and my husband were co-founders of some wellness centers, real estate business. I climbed the corporate ladder in New York. I worked in marketing. I worked at L'Oreal. I worked for startups. I worked in advertising. Like, I did all of the things. And I got married, I had a kid, I had the life, the apartment, like all of the things, right? But there was a certain way that I wasn't letting myself, or I wasn't even able to feel the way that I really wanted to feel. And that's the thing, right? Like, why are we doing all this stuff? Why are we working so hard? Why are we setting all those goals for ourselves? Why do we want those 10K, 20K, 50K, 600K months, right? Why do we want that amazing relationship? Why do we want that dream body? Because we think that when we have it, we're going to feel amazing, right? We're going to be so happy. Everything's going to be perfect. Then we can relax. Then we can enjoy. Then we can take time. Then we can get in the bathtub, right? But that's not how it works. That's not how it works. And that's what this video is about today, okay? It's about how you get to make it work for you now, even if you haven't hit those goals yet, right? Even if you see every other woman around you crushing it, doing better than you, moving faster than you, hitting those goals that you wish that you could hit. This is a video for you if you've ever felt behind, right? And yeah, you're getting the thing done, but you're not feeling the way that you want to feel. So, first of all, let me know if you're watching right now what kind of business you have, right? And what kind of life that you want to have for yourself, right? Tell me what kind of business that you have and what you have to do. And if you're perfectly happy, if you're like, everything's amazing, I want you to write like 100. 100 means that you are perfect, right? Everything's perfect. You couldn't ask for anything more. But if you're a woman like me, I know that even if you wrote 100 in this moment, in 5 minutes, you'd go on Facebook and you'd see somebody else doing something and you'd be like, oh, but she made more than me. but you know, she has more people in her Facebook group. She had a bigger launch than me. You know, she has more money than me. And that number would be 70, 50, 20, right? That number always feels like it's fluctuating. And what you want, it can often feel like it's far away. And I totally get that. If you're a woman like me, you love getting what you want, right? I love getting what I want. And I totally understand if you do too. There's no shame in that. But what we have to do, and the reason that I'm making this video for you today, is that we have to make conscious choices for how we let ourselves enjoy what we have now if we want to have the capacity to hold what we say that we want in the future and not self-sabotage ourselves when those things happen. And that's why I'm in the bath right now. It's just a little edgy for me. I have to say, I've never done a live from the bath. But today's the day that my program opened, and we got back from our vacation to Miami last night, and I'm a mom, and I had things to do, and I knew that I wanted to take a bath. I knew that I wanted to take a bath, but I had this call and this meeting and this thing and unloading the groceries, and then I had this live, and I had a choice to make. I had a choice to make. Am I gonna put on my makeup, go sit at the desk, do this live perfectly like in my office? Or am I gonna listen to my heart? Am I gonna listen to a deeper yearning inside of me that's saying, hey, that's not really what you want. That is not really what you want. This is what you want, and you need to go do that no matter what other people would think. No matter how other people might judge you, no matter if someone is jealous or doesn't understand or thinks you're stupid or weird. And it made me have a memory of when I used to work in corporate. And once HR sent me home because they didn't like my outfit. They thought my outfit was too sexy and they didn't want me to have a client meeting in my outfit. So they gave me a choice. They said either you don't go to the client meeting or you go home and you change your outfit. I remember going to the store and spending like a couple $100s on like a professional outfit so that I could go to this client meeting. But fuck that. That's why I left the corporate world. I want to show up feeling good. I want to show up doing what makes me feel good, what makes me shine, what makes me happy, what makes me feel comfortable. And that's how I want to run my business. And that's the kind of permission I want to give myself and the kind of permission that I want to give women like you. Women like you that are tired of doing things the way that society or corporate America has structured everything. Women like you that are just emulating or repeating the things that you were taught by the women that came before you, by the men that came before you, what you see around you, that's professional or that's correct, but that doesn't feel good. Right? The title of this video is How to Be a Vagenius. And what a Vagenius does is honors herself and commits to feeling good every day. And I can't teach that if I'm not doing that in my life. And the crazy thing is, once you start doing that, once I started doing that, everything got better. Everything got better. Of course it got better, because what I'm asking you to do, what I'm challenging you to do, is to stop doing things that don't make you feel good, that bring you more of what doesn't feel good. And instead learn how to tap in to your intuition and to your pleasure so that you can start showing up in your life, in your business, in your relationship, in your mothering, in your relationships, as a woman that is fully fulfilled because you're making choices from a place of what feels good for you. Like I said, I'm in my most successful launch ever. 43 women are in my Turn on Your Vagenius program right now. When I launched that program last year, it was six 6 women. And the biggest difference between this year and last year is how much pressure I put myself under, how much stress I put myself under, what I did to myself in order to hit that goal and be good, instead of the permission that I gave myself this time around to go on vacation, to have fun with my family, to go to the spa, to go out to dinner with my husband, to celebrate, and to take care of myself, because the commitment is, the priority is, what success is for me now and what it can be for you is how good it feels, and not some arbitrary number goal, not some arbitrary dollar amount. And I know that's so fucking scary. I know that's so scary. Like, I was raised by a refugee family that was in scarcity mode all the time, that never felt safe, that needed to make money and be in a frenzy and stress all the time to gather and to make sure that we were okay. Like, I totally get it. I was spending a week with my family during this launch too, during Thanksgiving, and I saw some things, some old patterns from places that I came from that I needed to spend my lifetime breaking apart from. People might not understand it. People might think this is indecent. People might think this is crazy. I know in some groups I get criticized about my breasts or about my cursing or about not being professional. But you know what? I don't want to be professional. I want to be successful. And success for me means doing it on my terms, in a way that feels good for me, in a way that's healthy for my family, for my relationships, and that prioritizes my happiness. Because when we do that, and when you do that, everybody wins. One of my favorite phrases is happy life, happy wife, happy life. And what that means is you need to be happy in order for everything else around you to work. But that's not how most of us are operating. We say we have to work hard, we have to sleep less, we have to be stressed out, we have to take care of one more thing. We don't advocate for ourselves, we don't communicate clearly what our needs are, and then we get mad at everyone around us, especially our husbands, for the married women that are here. I was just talking with a girlfriend this morning, and she was so angry at her husband that he wasn't taking care of her. And I said, well, what does he know how to take care of you? And she said, well, he should know. And I said, well, what would it look like for him to take care of you? And she didn't know. She didn't know what to say. He should know. I get that. I've been in those places where I was so disconnected from myself, where I took care of myself so little, where I prioritized my success and my goals instead of my happiness, instead of taking care of myself, that I didn't know either. I didn't know. I wasn't in touch with myself. I couldn't advocate for myself. I couldn't say what I needed, and I got pissed off at everybody else for not doing the thing that I would not do for myself. And that's what I want for you. I want you to claim it right now. I want you to leave a comment that said, I'm a Vagenius. I'm ready to be a Vagenius. I'm ready to take care of myself. I'm ready to honor my needs. I'm ready to put my pleasure first. I'm ready to do what feels good for me. Because if you're building your own business, if you are the architect of your own life, you're going to need to create a system that's built around your happiness, and not just duplicate what you see out there and try to make it work for you when it didn't work that time around. For the first few years of being an entrepreneur, the way that I built my businesses was based on how I saw it in corporate America. But I left corporate America because corporate America is not built for working moms, is not built for us that want balance with our families, is not built for us to be satisfied, for us to feel sensual and sexy and take baths in the middle of the day. One of my clients that hired me said that she hired me because she was jealous that I could take baths in the middle of the day. But the reason that I'm in this bath is because I had to make the decision. I could have sat at my desk, I could have put on my makeup, I could have dressed perfect and been professional for this live. But I'm making choices every day, and I want you to make choices every day that honor what feels good for you, that honors what you really, really, really want, and not what's right or what's acceptable or what your parents would approve of or that wouldn't piss your friends off. Being a Vagenius is going to ruffle some feathers. Being a Vagenius is going to challenge other people's conceptions and your own conceptions of what's acceptable, of if you're selfish, if you're greedy, if you're demanding. It's going to bring all of that shit up. And still, I want you to choose you. And still, I want you to take care of yourself. So I want you to claim that shit. I want you to claim that I am a Vagenius, whether you're in one of my containers, whether you are just passing by this video and this is popping up, you're like, what? I want you to say it right now because you're worth it. You are worth making choices that are about feeling good, about prioritizing your pleasure, about taking care of yourself. When you do that, you're going to demonstrate to everybody, to your clients, to your partner, to your children, to your parents, how you deserve to be treated and taken care of. Your worth, you're going to be demonstrating how worthy you consider yourself, how you take care of yourself, what you deserve. You need to model that. We need to model that for ourselves. That is so damn important. And I know it's hard. Trust me, I know it's hard. I was this close from not being in the bathtub right now. But I wouldn't have been honoring myself because I would have been afraid of other people's opinions or other people's beliefs about me and the type of person that I am, instead of focused on taking care of and resourcing myself and prioritizing my pleasure, because I know that when a woman is full up, when a woman is turned on, when a woman is connected to what she wants and gives herself permission, everything becomes easier. Everything becomes more pleasurable, and your goals are important, but they're not the barometer. They are not the make or break for whether or not you are satisfied, whether or not you're successful, whether or not life and your dreams are possible. You get to just have that right now. You get to feel that good right now. And when you're in that place, that's when everything becomes easy. Right? I know that you see, hey Stephanie, I know that you see pictures of so many women online at the spa and getting massages and in hot tubs naked and saying, I made $25,000 while I was getting a massage. That part, okay? There's so much that goes into that. And if you're a woman that knows how to make money, that knows how to hustle, that knows how to build business, that knows how to create structures, you know all that strategy, this is the part. This is the part that you need to add to the equation to make all that stuff feel good, or else it's never going to be enough. It's never going to be enough. It's never going to feel the way that you want it to feel until you decide to honor yourself and to let it feel good. And that's what I'm committed to. I'm committed to women feeling good, because that is the barometer for success. That's when the money that you're making actually feels like enough. That's when the goals that you're hitting are actually satisfying and nourishing for you. That's when, if you make a mistake or things aren't perfect, it doesn't matter. You know the universe has your back. You know that everything is conspiring in your favor. Nadine, I'm sorry it keeps cutting off. I hope it's not doing that for everybody else. Maybe it's those bathtub vibes that's telling me that I gotta go, because I do need to take care of myself before 4 o'clock today when I'm doing the opening ceremony for my Turn On Your Vagenius program. If you want to learn how to do this, if you want to learn how to honor yourself, take care of yourself, prioritize your pleasure, for the next 21 days, we are going to be in a temple of pleasure practices and rituals and mindset shifts that are going to be all about prioritizing feeling good and adding that to your secret sauce for success. And I'd love to have you in. And if you want to talk more about this, if you want this more in your life, connect with me. I'll add you to my free Facebook group. There's 2,700 women prioritizing their pleasure in there, prioritizing their happiness, because that's what success is. Look, maybe you've made $10,000, $50,000 in a month. I know I have, but those haven't been my happiest months. Those haven't been the times when I've been the most satisfied. It's never enough unless you decide to let it be good, unless you decide to take care of yourself now, until you decide to prioritize your pleasure, what you want and what makes you feel good. And that's when the money comes easy. That's when business feels easy. That's when you feel magnetic. That's when you're in flow. And that's when everything that happens to you becomes enough, and you become this magnet for even more of what you want. That's what I want for you. What I want you to do is honor yourself today. Listen to that voice inside of you that's telling you what to do, even if it's not logical. If you have trouble with that, if you don't know how the hell to make that work, you need to contact me so I can teach you exactly how to do that. I'd love to show you how. It took me a lifetime to break it off, but once I did, it feels so good. Damn, it feels good to be a Vagenius. All right, I love you guys. I'm gonna go take my bath before my next call. I know you're committed to feeling good. That's why you're in my program, Stephanie. I'm so excited for the rest of the women that are in there too. I can't believe it, 43 women celebrating my biggest launch ever. I'm just so fucking thrilled. Don't do it the way everybody else is telling you to do it. Do it your way. Do what feels good. That's when life is fulfilling. That's when you can be satisfied. When you're doing exactly what feels good for you and you're honoring yourself in that way. Loving you guys. Talk to you later. Bye.